All right, let's now get you the latest in terms of what is happening in Sri Lanka, where the people in Sri Lanka woke up to unprecedented rise in the price of petrol and diesel, pushing the country into a deeper economic crisis. Now, Lanka IOC, the Indian Oil Corporation unit in Sri Lanka, has increased the price of petrol and diesel by about 50 Sri Lankan rupees and 75 Sri Lankan rupees respectively. This was just one quantum leap in the price of petrol and diesel. For the first time in history, a litre of petrol now costs 250 Sri Lankan rupees, while a litre of diesel has touched the 200 Sri Lankan rupee mark. The Lanka IOC statement attributes the historic fuel price rise to the depreciating Sri Lankan rupee. The Sri Lankan rupee, remember, plunged twice in the last 7 days against the dollar, initially to 230 rupees to a dollar and then to an exorbitant 260 rupees to a dollar. It is currently trading at about 256 rupees against the dollar. The statement also highlighted the prospects of a full embargo of Russian oil and other products, complicating matters. The Russia-Ukraine war has already triggered a fear of the supplies being cut. As a result, there is a sharp rise in the price of crude oil that is threatening to reach never-before-seen levels. In its statement, the LIOC has reported that it is suffering huge losses caused due to these external shocks. Surprisingly, this price hike comes as governing officials have assured that there will be no fuel price hike, and that's why it would be interesting to see if the state-run Petco will follow suit. The Petco has already run dry of its supplies in the recent weeks. Days ago, Sri Lanka's central bank chief had appealed to its government to increase fuel and electricity prices significantly to ensure that there is a natural reduction in demand. Sri Lanka has been facing a very severe fuel crisis in the past few weeks. In February, Sri Lanka's Indian Oil Corporation unit had raised petrol prices by about 20 Sri Lankan rupees to 204 and diesel by about 15 rupees to 139 Sri Lankan rupees per litre. But the Indian Ocean island nation is struggling to procure much of its needed foreign reserves to purchase fuel. As a result, many stations are running out of fuel and people are queuing up for fuel for days. And this is a pretty common sight in Sri Lanka, where people turn up with their cans to fill up on petrol and diesel and then they take it home. Now, the Indian Ocean island nation is battling its worst economic crisis in over 70 years, one that has been marked by scarcity of essential goods. Fruits and vegetable supplies are also short and their prices have skyrocketed. In the month of March, the island nation began imposing daily power cuts of almost about 5 hours. And Sri Lanka's water supply has also been reduced, especially in big cities like Colombo. So what is deepening the crisis further is Sri Lanka's escalating debt. Remember, since 2007, successive governments have issued sovereign bonds to Sri Lanka, with China as its major lender. Now, the South Asian nation now has a foreign debt obligation of a staggering $7 billion. And out of this debt, the repayment of bonds worth almost about $1 billion is due in the month of July. This is a target that is unlikely to be reached as the country is grappling with its worst economic crisis in almost about 7 decades. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.